whatever. Fucking intro. I'm the young Tom, impatient as fuck, probably cause of all the drugs popped. I'm always getting judged on, like I'm one dodgy sus dog cunt, rocking an ugly rotten mugshot. I give a fuck not. If you don't love me, you can suck cock, then go and fuck yourself until your cunt's blocked. And when you're done, then you can jump off a cliff and fall into a pit of shard rock and hit it with a hard shot. These harsh offensive statements, I can't stop them escaping. My lips spitting such freaking fire, I blast off. This type of anger never sends me very far from a place where I'ma leave a mic ablaze like when I char crops. With my hood drawn, I look for wood for the fire that would expire if I were not for a good cause. I feel like I'm a freaking illiterate with the imminent predicament of living inside of a giant bookstore, stuck with writer's block deciding what I should draw. All my sketchy thoughts have brought me sliding like a wood draw. You're the type of dork that would sure look awkward for a portrait with your score like every player of football. Would all of you keep it down so I don't need to shout? I'm speaking now, the last thing I want's for you to hear me out of context or misread my mouth. I promise what I speak about when on this mic is 90% bollocks. I'm obscene and foul. See me creeping out at night to have a peek about, and if you're speeding down the highway I'ma take the scenic route. Stop and check to see if they got the CCTV about, then sneak around in the shadows with my halo and bomb it. I'm a youth, a young one under the hood. Apart from writing bars, I'm doing nothing by the book. I'm a youth, a young one under the hood. Motherfuckers think I'm gnarly when I'm pumping up a hood, cause I'm a youth, a young one under the hood. People take one look at me and think I'm up to not a good, cause I'm a youth, a young one under the hood. I'm a youth, a young one under the hood. Ay, deep breaths. Keep your ears peeled, listening for the secrets. Lips sealed, seeking out the sequence of each set of sentences set and set on the weakness. Seize segments of sentiment and extend them over a beat mix, making a playlist they cannot resist. I'm keen to see the groupies freak shit like people in ancient Egypt during an eclipse. Moment the doors open, I'm broad scoping, soon I'ma walk over to this short glower and tune her like she's a Porsche motor. And Lord knows if there's no abhorrently poor omens, I'm sure gonna see if she's as tight as my raw flow is. Please excuse my abuse of this corny and coarse joking, but you're overdue and I'm looming like foreclosure with a sore nose from no cutter like the bluntest of sword strokes that was scored by the homie, so we got more focus. And I suppose I get portrayed as such an angry bastard cause I could never sing or dependably spit as fast as my favourite artist. Yet I'm an amazing architect of bars, created hundreds and strained the fuck out of part of my brain just to make the numbers. Nowadays I'm taking charge of a stage and busting crazy structure like that dangerous looking stadium up in Beijing. But the main thing I've been aiming for lately is just to stay above the craters I create and leaving my wake when I'm raging. I'm a youth, a young one under the hood. Apart from writing bars, I'm doing nothing by the book. I'm a youth, a young one under the hood. Motherfuckers think I'm gnarly when I'm pumping up a hook, cause I'm a youth, a young one under the hood. People take one look at me and think I'm up to not a good, cause I'm a youth, a young one under the hood. I'm a youth, a young one under the hood, cunt.
Some of them were self-inflicted and some of them were fate, I suppose. And he had become very, very destructive, murderously destructive, I would say. You can see it in his